Hey, RoofWookies. Let me start off by saying, first of all, all right, I'm done. Here you go. So, yeah, I figured, why not help you get a little bit better? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to the number one fear in your entire life. You hear this? Yeah, that's right. Someone's coming. Now, I barely got away with that, and maybe you won't be so lucky. But if you're going to be a RoofWookie, the first thing you need to learn is to watch out for the ding, because believe me, it means trouble is coming. Now, the second most important rule to being a good RoofWookie is being of value to your team. Okay, and in order to do that, you have to realize that you've got this magical device that will instantly lock on to any vehicle on the map, especially choppers. Now, as you can see, my buddy there just took out that chopper, no questions asked. And all I had to do was take a few seconds out of my day to laser designate, and there you go. Now, you're going to see this guy attempt to flare me, right? And, you know, he gets away with it for a second, but I'm not going away. Now, the important thing about rule number 2 to being a good RoofWookie is, well, guess what? You can't forget about rule number 1. Because you know what happens when you forget about rule number 1? Well, you're about to find out. So, always remember, you got to listen for the... Now, the other thing you have to realize is that device does a lot of cool things other than just score other people points. And what you can do with it is you can actually determine the range between you and any target you have. What I like to do is I like to get in position. I like to figure out the range to my 3 or 4 most likely targets, okay? And as you can see right there, I'm not going to be able to hit anybody on the big tower in Shanghai. But all the other roofs, now I know the range too. And the other cool thing is, I'm not sure if you know this little device, it acts as a infrared IR scope. So, you know what? It instantly tells you where someone's at. You really don't even have to put any effort into it. It's literally that easy. So, the range earlier was just under 300 meters. So, what you're going to do is you're going to see me go ahead and adjust my scope to 14x. And I'm also going to adjust the meter on my gun to 300 meters. Now, what I failed to realize was, one, the bullet time, right? That, like, it takes time literally from the time your bullet leaves the tip of your gun to the time it enters your subject. So right here, dude moves on me. I'm like, what a dick, okay? So I gotta wait it out and see if he, shows his head again. Normally you only get one shot. Like a smart person like me, I'm gonna go play the other side of the roof for at least the next 45 seconds, maybe a minute, if I'm even up there. Simply because I don't want you coming back, I hope you get bored and you move on to the next rooftop because I'm doing busy stuff, okay? Now, this guy, unfortunately, doesn't get the hint. And I totally fucked that one up. But what I forgot was it's actually a tad below 300 meters. So I had to aim just a little lower. And look what happened. Headshot. Now, the third most important rule to being a RoofWookie is be a spotter. Like, I see the enemy's pushing C flag right now. So I spot all 3 guys from my teammates that are down there on the ground. I see it's not going good. So I'm like, I'm going in Rambo style. I'm going to take care of business, right? Now, I take a couple of pot shots right here. And honestly, I don't know why I was doing it other than just trying to get a clip. But what you see here is, being a little effective. Like, you've got to be willing to get in the shit, so to speak. Like, you've got to be willing to get off your rooftop and, get in the damn game every now and then. And if you're willing to play by these rules, there is a way you can be of value to your team. And hopefully, this will help you. And as always, thanks for watching YouTube. And please hit like, subscribe, comment. We do a lot of things here besides just video game commentary. We do a lot of hardware and like PC enthusiast reviews. So you might want to check some of those out. There is some boobage involved.